I'm going to tell you the tough truth about James Harden. He's just a loser. He's just the biggest loser. James Harden is a big game, late game choke artist of the highest order. James Harden has the basketball backbone, the playoff basketball backbone of a jellyfish. Yes, you better believe, as he demonstrated back in 17, 18, 19, and 2020, he's as gifted a perimeter scorer as this game has ever seen, certainly as I've ever seen. Won 3 straight scoring titles, as you well know. Won MVP in 2018, averaging 35-9 scoring title. Next year, another scoring title, 36-7-8, finished second in MVP. Next year, a third straight scoring title. This in 2020, 34-7-8, finished third in MVP. But trust me on this, James Harden is the last guy you want in your basketball foxhole. 3 times, as you well know, James Harden has quit his way out of an NBA city. Out of Houston for Brooklyn, out of Brooklyn for Philly, out of Philly for Los Angeles and the Clippers. In that way, James Harden has become the face of everything that's wrong with today's NBA. Players who just make themselves impossible to root for. If he had redeemed himself in postseason after postseason, I'd shut up. You wouldn't hear a peep from me except how great he was in the clutch. But no. No. It only gets worse and worse and worse in the postseason. I would say on the show, I don't have enough time on live TV to detail James's epic fails in postseasons, but I'm going to hit the lowlights just for you. I'm going to start with 2015 in the Western Conference Finals. It's the closeout game at Golden State. I know Golden State was way better than the Houston Rockets, but in that closeout game at Golden State, James Harden went 2 of 11 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3 with 12 turnovers. That's the NBA playoff record single game for turnovers, 12. 12. Let's cherry pick, rotten cherry pick. Let's try 2017. Remember this game at Houston, a closeout game featuring my San Antonio Spurs, except there was no Kawhi, there was no Tony Parker. They were both out. Houston lost that game at home by 39 points. No Kawhi, no Tony Parker, lost by 39. James Harden managed 10 points with 6 turnovers. He went 2 of 11 from the floor and 2 of 9 from 3. Let's try 2018 Conference Finals. It's James and CP3 in Houston, right on schedule, up 3-2. Were those Rockets when Chris Paul pulled his, hamstring. He's done for the conference finals, so it's all about James. It's all on James' shoulders for games 6 and 7. 6 in Houston, 7 at Golden State. And in those 2 games combined, from the three-point line, James Harden went 6 of 25. 6 of 25 from 3, and was a plus-minus of -32 in those final 2 games, which, of course, the Rockets lost. Heck, let's go to Brooklyn. Remember the great games played by Kevin Durant, 2021 against the Milwaukee Bucks, the eventual champion Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Durant was sensational, especially in Game 5 and Game 7 in Brooklyn. But in 6 and 7, when Kevin just needed a little bit of help, James Harden in those 2 games combined went 5 of 18 from the three-point line. A year ago, James Harden playing for the Philadelphia 76ers scored 45 in Game 1 at Boston. Game 4 in Philadelphia, he scored 42 points. Whew. That's special. But all of a sudden, James Harden's Sixers were up 3-2 with a Game 6 at home in Philadelphia and then followed by Game 7 in Boston. And in those 2 games, 6 and 7, James Harden was a disaster. He shot 1 of 11 from 3. He shot 4 of 26 from the floor. Both losses. And then this year, as a Clipper against the Dallas Mavericks, series tied at 2-2 with a Game 5 out here in LA for the Clippers at home at the Crypt. And in those 2 games, James went Game 5, 2 of 12 from the floor and 1 of 7 from 3. That was the do or die, really. That was the turning point game. And in Game 6, the closeout game back in Dallas, James went 5 of 16 and 0 of 6 from 3.
I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.